First up, we have a match between Hollie Twig versus Victory. We know Victory is the former VAW Women's Champion, and she has just been tearing up the squared mat there in the last couple weeks. And she is going up against Hollie Twig. We have not seen Hollie in quite a while, but she is back, and she is going to be looking to keep making a name for herself. And what better way than to try to beat the former VAW Ladies Champion? So this is going to be a big match for Miss Hollie, and Victory is obviously going to try to stop her, so we'll have to see how that works out as well. Match number 2, we have another former VAW Heavyweight Champion, Imposter Lopez, and he is going up against Bert Turbo O'Neill. And this is going to be another one of those great matches because we know Pasta is definitely a fighter, and he does not let anyone get one over on him. But of course, we also know Bert has those moves. He's quick, he's fast, and he has got those agile moves. So the question is, which would reign supreme? The agile, fast moves, surprise moves at that, or the raw power of Pasta? Well, we will have to find out in that second match today. And finally, we have a match coming up in the main event. We have the gamer girl Sybille Halsley, who we've seen in the last couple weeks, and again, another one making a name for herself in the VAW, going against someone we have not seen for a while, and that is Carmen. And this is going to be a match with a little bit of a stipulation, and that is that if Carmen wins, security will surround the ring next week so that she could tell her backstory in peace. So we'll have to see. Will Carmen win the opportunity, I guess we could say, to tell her story uninterrupted, or will Sybille crash that dream all apart? Well, we will have to see in tonight's main event, and that is coming up in just a bit. We will be starting in, just about 4 minutes. Actually 3 minutes. And by the way, this is all on the way to our next free preview, which is coming up on April 20th, called Rope Burn. And here comes our great and powerful referee, Betty Harrowing. Hello, Betty. How are you doing? Oh boy, well, we got the carrots for the eyesight and the and the fun dip for the energy, so I guess you're all set, right? Oh boy. Alrighty, well, I'm glad about the carrots, but I'm not quite sure about the fun dip. We'll have to see how that works out, but you can see she is checking out the turnbuckles. Sorry about that. She's checking out the turnbuckles, making sure they are tight, making sure they are attached, making sure everything is on the up and up in the ring. And as I was saying, we are on the road to Rope Burn, and this road is continuing to blaze up as we head towards the next free preview on April 20th. And these are all these matches tonight are going to lead up to that. So, we are going to start in just about a minute. So, as Betty finishes up her walk around the ring to check out everything else, we are going to take it over to media and get them ready, get started. So everybody take a seat and get ready for the fun to begin.
Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Kabalyero and you're watching another episode of VAW or Virtual Alleged Wrestling Elite, and this is happening right now in Second Life. If you happen to stumble upon this live stream live and you already have a Second Life account, then I strongly suggest that you come down here in the VAW arena and watch the show live. And there you go, first match is about to start. Referee is in the ring. Somebody is coming down the ramp. Well, she just came down the ramp and now she's on the ring. So who is it? I don't know who she is. It's Hollie. It's VAW wrestler Hollie. And she is facing somebody. First match is a women's match between Hollie and another female wrestler. By the way, yesterday I watched an intergender match between Disco Inferno, I think that was his name, and a female wrestler, and the female wrestler won. Of course, you can do that in professional wrestling. So having an intergender match in pro wrestling in Second Life is also a possibility, and it could work, especially in Second Life. And Hollie's opponent just she's entering the ring right now, and who is his or her opponent? It's Victoria. Okay, so it's Hollie versus Victoria. So here we go, match has started. Victory with an Irish whip, and she caught Hollie with an arm drag, but Hollie immediately got up. And Hollie countered with a beautiful drop kick right on Victoria's face.
And down she goes.
Okay, so we have a pin or a cover, and Victoria got a 2 count.
Hollie gets up her ass quickly. Victoria is backing up.
And Victoria with a suplex. But again, she only got a 2 count from the referee.
Victoria back up again. Hollie, Hollie with that Europe.
Okay, so according to the commentator, that was an uppercut, but I didn't see it like that. It was like pushing her hand upwards. What I'm trying to say is it didn't look that powerful for an uppercut.
Whipped Hollie right into the corner. Oh, wow. Hollie hit that corner hard. Here comes Victory. She caught her.
Okay, so Victory with a knee, and look at those shoulder hits by Victoria on Hollie.
It's almost the middle. Actually, farther back than even the middle.
Okay, so I just saw Hollie. She went through the ring. I don't know what happened, but her body, half of her body, was in the ring, literally.
Hollie, up on the top turnbuckle. She is perched up there.
And a missile dropkick, a beautiful one by Hollie on Victoria, and it connected. Now we have a cover 1 and a 2, and okay, so it's only a 2 count. Still, that was a beautiful missile dropkick. Now the ladies are just exchanging blows.
Victory with a chop of her own. Hollie back with Victory in that hammerlock. She's double right on that arm. Oh, hammerlock straight right to the back.
Okay, so I was editing my what do you call this, overlay, and I saw what happened. There was another 2 count by the referee, Irish whip by Victoria. Hollie bounced off the ropes and she countered with a spear, and this time Victoria is down. Victoria is down in pain, and Hollie is up again, and it's a splash, a big splash by Hollie on Victoria. Again, it connected. Now we have a pin. Okay, so it's just a 2 count according to the referee.
Hollie not wasting any time, still going after, picks up.
And another drop kick by Hollie.
Victory swap kicks her right back down again.
Right now, Hollie is in the offensive, bouncing off the ropes. And Victoria countered with a clothesline. And this time, Victoria is in the offensive. So the match goes back and forth between Hollie and Victoria. And this time, Victoria is trying to feed Hollie her hand, and Hollie is doing the same thing. And oh, look at that. Victoria countered Hollie's powerbomb with a Dominator. And here we have a pin, 1 and a 2, and there you go. Winner of the match is Victoria. Hollie got caught with the Dominator. She was trying to do a power bomb, but it was countered by Victoria and turned the power bomb setup into a Dominator, and that was the match. Okay, so I wasn't able to get a screenshot of Hollie, unfortunately. Okay guys, so that was the first match, and it was between Hollie and Victoria. And Victoria went back as the winner. And the second match is about to start. We see someone coming down the ramp. There are 2 ramps, one on the left side and one on the right side. And on the left side, we have it's Mr. Spaghetti. Okay, so Mr. Spaghetti came down the ramp, of course doing his usual stick. I wonder what happened with their faction, you know, the Blues Brothers or the Blue Jackets. Last time I saw them, well, not last time, but you know, before the last time, before the last one, they established this faction. They were wearing blue jackets, together with Victoria, Mr. Spaghetti, and I forgot the other one. Anyway, so I wonder what happened. What happened to that faction? Okay, so right now on the ramp we have two gamers. Super Mario, the Super Mario Brothers, and looking at with their crazy run. Player 1 is blue, player 2 is red. It's Ikari. It's just the Laggy Pants. It's Mr. and Miss Laggy Pants. So it's Mr. Laggy Pants, Bert Turbo O'Neill versus Mr. Spaghetti, Pasta Lopez. And Mr. Laggy Pants is accompanied by Miss Laggy Pants, Sybille. And there you go, match has started between Mr. Spaghetti and Mr. Laggy Pants. Bert Turbo or Mr. Laggy Pants with a roll. It's called the Sonic Roll. I wonder why it's called that. Kick to the midsection by Mr. Laggy Pants. And okay. Over and under. And Mr. Spaghetti with a leg lariat. Okay, so that leg lariat stopped Mr. Laggy Pants from moving around. And here we have an early cover, 1 and just a 1 count. Unfortunately for Mr. Spaghetti, he only got a 1 count from the ref. Irish whip by Mr. Spaghetti on. And a big chop by Mr. Spaghetti on Mr. Laggy Pants. And another big chop And where is Mr. Spaghetti going? Maybe he's going to make some meatballs. Ooh, big boot by Mr. Spaghetti missed. And here comes the meatball. Now we have Mr. Leggy Pants on the top turnbuckle. He's thinking of doing something not nice.
I realize where Bert is now, but it may be just a little bit too late. Oh, and Bert gets a diving hurricanrana.
Okay, so I believe that move by Mr. Leggy Pants either got broken or got countered by Mr. Spaghetti. Another cover by Mr. Spaghetti, and he got a 2 count this time. There is something wrong with Mr. Leggy Pants' shoulder. Look at that. See that twist? That is not right. My goodness. There is something wrong with that shoulder. That shoulder shouldn't be twisted like that. It's deformed. That is a deformed shoulder. I don't know what happened to Bert Turbo in the past, but that shoulder needs some medical attention. A series of chops by Mr. Spaghetti. Here comes Mr. Spaghetti with a big boot, and there goes Mr. Leggy Pants. Mr. Leggy Pants went over the top rope and onto the floor. Big boot by Mr. Spaghetti. A brutal big boot. And Mr. Spaghetti wasn't over, and he did a suicide dive over the top rope and landed on Mr. Leggy Pants. It connected, and now both men are down. Well, Mr. Spaghetti is back on his knees at least.
They are not damaged at all, so I don't know how much damage the pasta could have did to himself as well.
Irish whip by Mr. Spaghetti. And this time, Mr. Leggy Pants is inside the ring because of that Irish whip. And Mr. Leggy Pants is delirious, thinking that the ring is heaven. Oh, something happened. What happened? Mr. Spaghetti just fell down. Ooh, a backbreaker by Mr. Spaghetti on Mr. Leggy Pants. And now we have a cover, a 1, a 2, and it's a 2 count. Mr. Leggy Pants kicked out in 2. Now Mr. Leggy Pants is calling for OB1. Oh my goodness, that was a sick cyclone kick by Mr. Spaghetti. He bounced off the rope to set up the move, and the move connected, a cyclone kick. So that setup added to the power of that cyclone kick, and this time he followed that up with a face buster. Can Mr. Laggy Pants recover from that cyclone kick and face buster Irish whip by Mr. Spaghetti? And this time, oh my goodness, so Mr. Spaghetti charged in, but Mr. Laggy Pants countered with a hurricane kick. And this time, a somersault, a moonsault by Mr. Laggy Pants. It connected, and there's a cover. It's only a 2 count. So Mr. Laggy Pants countered with a hurricane kick. Mr. Spaghetti went down. Mr. Laggy Pants went on the top rope and did a moonsault. It connected. He covered Mr. Spaghetti but only got a 2 count. Mr. Laggy Pants is outside the ring. I think he's going to do another high-risk maneuver. And it's a flying punch. And that is his finisher. A flying punch. A flying Superman punch. Okay, so if that is finisher, it connected, and that ended Mr. Spaghetti. He basically turned Mr. Spaghetti into mush. Okay, so winner of the match is Mr. Laggy Pants. Mr. Spaghetti turned into mush. Okay, so that was the second match of the evening. I believe the next match is the main event. First match we had Hollie. She faced Victoria. Second match it just finished. We had Mr. Laggy Pants, Bert Turbo. He faced Mr. Spaghetti Pasta Lopez. And okay, so back on the ramps, we have the Super Mario Brothers. I guess they're not done yet. We have Sybille. And look at that, Mr. Laggy Pants can't even run properly. Entering the ring right now is Sybille. I believe she's wearing a Super Mario Brother outfit. I guess I can call her a Super Mario brother because she's a Super Mario sister. Okay, so entering the ring right now is Carmen Vega. So we have Carmen Vega, and her wrestling outfit is her underwear. Okay, so I was tweeting. Okay, face slam by the underwear wearing Carmen Vega, and Sybille just went down. Carmen Vega bounced up the ropes, and look at that. Carmen just mounted Sybille, missed leg pants, and delivered a series of blows.
Carmen picks her right back up again as she tells Sybille to get up.
Irish whip by Carmen Vega. And Sybille is right there waiting for her love. Okay, kick by Sybille. It got caught by Carmen. That's not.
Carmen grabbed a hold of it, hit her with an elbow. Looks like she hip tossed her right
And Carmen countered with an elbow strike, and then he just threw Sybille across the ring. There was a cover by Carmen Vega, but Sybille kicked out into Underwear Girl. I guess I can call Carmen Vega the Underwear Girl, because she's literally wearing just an underwear, a pair of underwears.
What a shove!
Of course, the mighty shove. Ooh, look at that. What is Mr. Laggy Pants doing?
Carmen coming right.
Let's see what's going to happen next. Sybille just bounced off the ropes. I'm sure something is going to happen. Maybe a drop kick. Nothing's happening yet. Maybe it's lag. Another Irish whip. Hey, leg lariat by Sybille. And this time, it's Sybille who Irish whipped Carmen. And look at that. That doesn't look right. Okay, so a monkey flip by Sybille. That basically threw Carmen Vega across the ring. Kick to the midsection. Carmen tried to counter with a clothesline, but Sybille rolled under the clothesline. And Sybille bounced off the rope and connected with what's called a leaping shoulder block. And here we have a cover, a 1, a 2. Okay, so Carmen kicked out in 1. There is definitely something wrong with that headlock. Again, the animation, sometimes they don't match up or they don't sync properly, and it's because of how Second Life works. An enziguri by Sybille connected, and that brought Carmen Vega down. And Sybille is thinking of doing her double splashes. Splash number 1. Splash number 2. And now we have a cover, a 1, a 2, and kicked out by Carmen Vega. Sybille with a leg drop. The commentator called it a Bowser leg drop, but it's just a leg drop. And there's Sybille with a flying splash, but Carmen Vega moved out of the way, and Sybille connected with the mat. That's one way of bonding with the mat.
She did that belly flop right on that mat, and that did not have felt very good at all.
And here comes Carmen Vega with her bouncing puppies. Ooh, Carmen with her, what's that move? Ah, it's called a handstand kick. Okay, it makes sense. You do a handstand and you kick. A handstand kick. Okay, clothesline by Carmen Vega.
She goes, takes down Sybille again. Looks like Sybille is getting up, but seeing those little birds around her head.
Carmen Vega with a head scissor takedown on Sybille. And as you can see, it took down Sybille. Here comes Carmen with a kick to the midsection and a neck breaker. Carmen with a cover, Sybille kicked out in two. Carmen Vega and her underwear. I guess you can call it a wrestling gear. Carmen Vega with an Irish whip. Here she comes. She's going to go for it. Charging towards Sybille. And did it connect? That is a question. I don't think it connected. Okay, Carmen Vega with a foot choke. Of course, that is an illegal move. She needs to break that in 5 seconds. Or in 5 counts. Carmen Vega still working on Sybille. She's trying to drag her, make her get up. But Sybille with a shove.
Pushing Carmen right into the middle of the ring.
Of course, the mighty shove, one of the most more powerful move in wrestling. The shove and the eye rake. And this time, Sybille is the one who is delirious. Sybille with a clothesline, but Carmen Vega went under the clothesline. Here comes Sybille, but he was met with a kick to the midsection by Carmen. Carmen Vega on the top turnbuckle. And a flying mount. She landed on Sybille. So Carmen went for the cover, but only got a 2 count.
As a matter of fact, I would say she's down
So this match is for Carmen Vega's right to tell her story uninterrupted. That is what this match is for. That is the stipulation of this match. Carmen Vega is fighting for her right to tell her story uninterrupted. That was called an Overwatch DDT. 1, 2, and he almost got the win.
Carmen kicks out. Betty says that was almost a 3, but no, it was only a 6. Carmen wants to be very, very bad. It looks like both ladies right now are definitely getting tired of feeling it. But look at this. Sybille with that hard corner splash followed by a suplex.
Oh, so there was a series of action
Sybille got her second win back.
which I couldn't follow because they did it continuously. I look at a series of kicks and punches by Sybille, and she ended that with a, I guess I can call it a suplex.
1,000 point ultra combo.
It was a modified suplex or a variation of that. There's like 100 variations. Here comes Sybille. Ah, super kick by Carmen Vega. Missed. And a Pele kick by Sybille connected. Oh wow, my goodness. The super kick missed, the Pele kick connected. And Carmen Vega crawled out of the ring. She crawled out of the ring to get out of harm's way, which is a smart move.
Recuperating and regrouping, and Sybille says the game ain't over yet. And Carmen says she needs a minute. Doesn't look like
Referee is counting, of course.
Betty's counting. She is at 3. And doesn't look like
Sybille is chasing after Carmen Vega. Now we have a foot race around the ring, and there they go. Okay, so big boot by Carmen Vega, and there, what? Okay, so the match ended with a big boot from Carmen Vega to Sybille. Seriously, there were like lots of amazing finishing quality moves before that big boot, like the super kick and the Pele kick and the 1,000 points whatever, and the match ended with a big boot. Okay, so winner is Carmen Vega. I guess she won the right to tell her story uninterrupted. I don't know when she's going to do that. Oh, she's going to do that now? Okay. Okay, so I guess Carmen Vega will now
Sybille tells Bert, I
She will now tell her story uninterrupted.
No, sorry, Bert. Alright, well, it looks like Carmen has something to say, so after she was done laughing hysterically, she said, "That's right, I won."
But Carmen Vega is facing the wrong way. Come on, face the camera. Why are you showing your back? Next week she will tell her story. Her story. I will tell you guys her story.
You've all been waiting impatiently. Well, actually.
I can make up a story for her. Something more silly and not funny.
But don't worry, it's coming next.
I wonder who she's talking to. She's facing the I guess the stage when the audience is at the other side of the stage. Come on, turn around. Well, I don't think she'll turn around. Maybe she likes showing her back.
Now I must go. I have much more important things to do. Ta-ta!
Okay, so that's it, I guess. The referee Betty Harrowing left already. We still have Jasmine right here. But I think that's the show. Okay. Because Jasmine.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it. Next week, the security will surround.
Jasmine at the start of the show said there were 3 matches, and we already had 3 matches.
So, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, be here. Not next week, but the week after next. And we will hear her stories.
What are you saying? She said next week.
Not on the 6th.
Now you're saying not next week, but next week. So it's not next week. So that means Carmen Vega just lied. Carmen Vega lied. She said next week. Jasmine said next week.
Follow us on Twitter and friend your favorites. Have a great weekend. Safe trip going home and have a great night. Thank you all for being here. And come back on the 13th. Good night, everybody.
Okay, so I guess that's it for me as well. So hope you guys enjoyed watching this live stream of VAW Elite. And if you guys enjoyed it and would like to see more, well, all you have to do is like the video, share to your friends, and subscribe to my channel in YouTube. If you're watching this in YouTube, if you're watching this in my other channels, not in YouTube, please subscribe and follow there as well. So that's it. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments, questions, or reactions, post them in the comment section. Bye bye.